Feeling good is good enough. Right, Elias? I want to tell people, oh, yeah, I'm in a good mood. Yeah, I think I feel bad. Fuck it. What do I want to talk about other than this amazing view, which you can't see because I don't have a night camera. But in this lake is buried Gunner. Gunner. He's in at least 3 pieces, and he was at least 40-pound lawn gnome. Not our finest moment as kids. Well, we were actually probably about 19, so... But yeah, we would steal shit from people's yards. And it was only the one night. And that's the thing, like, we stole everything in one night. We didn't gnome, we just went out on a... Yeah, a bunch of thieves. So this lady had these really nice gnomes. Yeah, I shouldn't make light of this story, but it's a funny story. Obviously I'm a dick, but so were they. Not the lady, well, that's the thing, that's the story. We took a deer, an orb, one of those little orbs people would have on a pedestal. We took this 40-pound gnome, and it surprised, I think it was Jim. He ran out and grabbed the gnome, and it was funny because he went to pick it up and it was 40 pounds. It wasn't a hollow gnome. We put it in the trunk, and we also steal 4 other gnomes from one house. And we put them in the car, and we get this idea to throw them off a bridge. The 4 gnomes that belonged to this lady. Oh, I want to have a sense of humor, but man, this is a shitty thing we did. And it didn't stop at that. Because we threw them off this bridge and they smashed, and then we took Gunner out to this lake here. We smashed him into 4 pieces. This was separate, this was a little bit later. Yeah, I should get to that. I already gave away the ending. But it has a point. Or does it? Anyways, we got caught. And it was because the next day at work we were talking about it. And long behold, one of the employees, one of the older guys who's been there a long time, hears us, reports us to the RCMP. They come in to talk to us. They arrange for us to go to the address where we, and this is where we are all sitting getting the talk from the cop, and he says, and you're going to have to pay for damages to their garage, and we're like, wait, what? We didn't smash anybody's garage. It turns out 2 different groups of asshole kids were out that night vandalizing shit. We were the lesser of the 2, but also dicks. And so we tell the cop, no, we have to admit to gnoming, but we didn't gnome this house, and this is where the group, there are about 5 of us that did all this gnoming. And 3 of them were angry at the other 2 of us, me and another guy, who copped up to it. We figured we're caught. And the other 3, who were sitting there with their mouths shut, feeling need to lecture us afterwards. That's lovely. I'll just take a drink of water and then edit that out. Or not. It's natural, it's human. Dry mouth, it happens. It's a side effect when you're stoned in a park. 13 years after the fact. Oh yeah, I've grown up a lot, trust me. Anyhow, weird red taillights in the distance that look like animal eyes. That's fucking creepy. That's really bothering me. Maybe that's Gunner. Maybe he's coming for me. But anyways, yeah, there was a split in the group because 2 of us copped up to it and the other 3 were pissed. They're like, we could have got away with it. But instead we told the cop, no, it was this other place. So we go there and the lady's pissed. And we have to pay for her grandmother's antique gnomes, which was an embellishment on her part, but who are we to talk? And, yeah. And it was a fun time, it was a rough time for the group. So me and this friend, not the one who told the truth with me, one of the other ones who's pissed, we made agreements, like, we told the cop that all the gnomes were destroyed. We told them that this heavy one rolled around and crushed the other ones, and then broke itself, which is bullshit. We threw it off a bridge, and then we took, this friend and I, later on, to bring closure, took this heavy 40-pound gnome out here, full of all its lies, and we smashed it into 3 pieces, 4 pieces, and we just hucked him into the lake. That's my gnome story. That's the kind of bullshit I would do as a kid. I kept the deer. It was actually a good place to sit. It had really strong plastic legs and a hole in the top of its head that I could use to put out my cigarette in. So when we'd have get-togethers, minor parties, it was a 2-bedroom apartment. One night we fit like 50 people in there. Oh, I'm reliving my stories from youth. Remember when I scored the touchdown? No, I was never that type of person. The only time in my life I ever felt cool was in that time. It was only a year of my life after being, special needs kid for a while, religious for a while, and just all different sorts of people. And that was my, wow, this is what youth is supposed to feel like. And then it got bad, of course, money issues, drugs, alcohol, people infighting and shit. Just falls apart. And then you put it back together again, and then maybe stuff falls apart, and that's life. Still not going to change the fact that should I save up money one day, get some scuba gear, and go find that gnome, or should I just leave it be? And yet if I want to keep getting exercise, I'm going to have to walk by this damn lake. It's the only damn thing in this town. Am I forgetting anything? No, I've got it all in my pockets. Because I'm an independent person with my proper faculties about me. Oh yeah, it's not even taillights in the car, it's just yard lights or... Oh, it's the airport. Duh. I'm an idiot. If you like to agree with me in the comment section, by all means try. But I assure you, nobody thinks I'm a bigger idiot than I do because I know all the inside jokes. The only shit you can make fun of is what I tell you. Well, what about compliments? Well, I don't want to start talking about my achievements. It's bragging. Yeah, most of my achievements take too long to explain because of how wonky I can be with certain interests. I can't tell people I rebuilt some Chevy or being a prick. These partier people were the shittier assholes. I called them rednecks, but really they're what rednecks would call degenerates. They were just rednecky. People I worked with that were rednecks, I stereotyped them. I wasn't a dick, but I just kind of had a cold shoulder. I was apprehensive. They weren't bad guys, they were just... The only things we had in common were work and weed. Maybe that wasn't so bad. Maybe if I'd tolerated that, saved some money. But I thought I was going to be there forever. Now look at me. Different jobs. Same shit, different day. I'm going to get this job. I'm going to work this job. I'm going to make the sweat drip from every pore. That's Seven Nation Army. I only like the one White Stripe song. I haven't even bothered to listen to the rest. Probably should. There's just a lot of other good music out there. Music from the 70s and 80s that I had never heard before. Cocteau Twins. If you like Sigur Rós, you're going to like the Cocteau Twins. Maybe. If you come back and you say, oh, you're an asshole, they sucked. Well, I'm sorry for wasting your time. Don't watch any more of my videos. Dislike this one and then move along. You don't want to bind yourself to something. Hate becomes a chore. And I'm paranoid. Because I worked. And I see how people hunt people who don't have a job and sit around drinking and smoking pot. So I'm going to get a job, and I'm not going to sit around drinking, and I'm going to smoke less pot, and I'm going to try to get out more and save my money and actually do something I want to. Fuck my hopes and dreams like traveling, but where I live has a lot of options. Just to go camping, just to go smoke pot somewhere other than here or in my apartment. Just really earn it. Oh, it's sad that you're just... I knew this the whole time. I was just stubborn and lazy. Let's face it. I'm walking backwards, for God's sake. I'm not that bright. Or I'm trying too hard to be eccentric? I don't know. Technically, it's actually just because of the wind. Fuck it. This is fun for me. This is fine. I'm happy. And so we've come full circle. On a closing note, I know I sound like a smart ass. I don't have this much confidence with people in real life. To experiment with I don't know. In real life, I'm a listener. If I do have something to say, I usually feel the room and just match who I'm with. I mean, I can like different types of people. I can dislike certain types of people. But I can still react to all of them. I can still get a feel for the room. It just takes me a while. And look at how big this room is. It's the old goddamn internet, and I've just put a box around it called me. It's not me. I can still play. Still have fun. Deer. Just coming through, fellas. That's right, take your Lyme disease. Walk it over there. You can't see him. There's a silhouette. It's good timing for a car. Hopefully don't run out in front of it. Oh, they're still there. I'm gonna head right towards them. I was kind of hoping I'd run into some animals. Kind of hoping I'd find a heart. Go green. Finish this little psychological journey of mine. Most warped form of mental health treatment. I like to think it helped, but I would never recommend it for other people. Hallucinogenic mushrooms are mind expanding. I just think it would have gone over more smoothly if I had someone else there with me who knew what the hell they were doing. But mental health is busy helping other people live their hopes and dreams. It seems like, depending on what social fad is in this time, you know, they try to say mental health awareness. But there are specific types of mental health, whether you see them as positive or negative, and whether the treatment is viable or not, it's not up to me to decide. Just be happy with what I got. And maybe one day, pot's gonna be legal in a year.